Okay then, thou for width here too. We're nearing completion on this chassis. I wish I could say the same thing for the cabinet, but I just get started with that this morning. Today is Sunday. Um, I usually don't do anything on Sunday, but I figured, well, I might as well come out here because I started getting a little down in the dumps, and it's not a great deal on the tube, except Hamas and Ukraine and whatever. So I decided to come out here and get some of this other incidental stuff done. As you could tell, we managed getting the tuner mounted up along with the dial plate mounting, which is part of the tuner housing mounting assembly. We got the antenna coil back in on it. We got all the connections back up on this tuner section here. These shields, let me see if I can turn this without damaging anything. These shields are similar in nature to the ones that actually go on this thing. The other ones are a little bit more steel. These are aluminum. As a matter of fact, these are for those 7 or 8 pin tubes. This is actually the bottom or the base of the shield, and there's a little clip that slips on pin 1 of the tube and actually grounds this to pin 1, because typically pin 1s are always grounded on these octals on these older sets. But this one here didn't have any of those situations. Like the A8, it usually has one of these that are like this upside down, but it didn't show one in there, and it wasn't one when I got it. Well, actually there wasn't any when I got it. But I had these, and these here work just as well as the others do. The other ones kind of stick up like an ant hill and got a little slot in the upright that these grid caps slip into. But these here work just as well, and that's what this one's going to get. Now, what else was I going to cover? Got the IFs mounted back up. I still got to get the lamps. I got to dink around with those and get the wires replaced out and get them situated so that I can put them back on. I got this iTube thingy. I got to remove the tape. That was just a marker for me to show where I needed to get to. And that goes on there like a so. And we got that thingy done. This one here, we managed to get that thing sleeved and in the hole. And now let me turn this upside down and hope that I don't crash anything. Yeah. There we go. Now, yeah, there is not a great deal of room in here for all of this stuff. I wound up having to mount the fuse underneath the chassis because there was no way to get it in anywhere here without putting a drill bit through a component or such in there. So I mounted it on the bottom of the transformer with some JB weld. I got all the E-caps mounted back in. Got a new power cord on. I was thinking about putting the other one on, but it didn't I would have had to modify the thing in order to get it polarized, and I wasn't going to go that far with it, so I tossed it out there with the rest of my dead stuff and put a new one on it. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this up in a way where you can get a better light on there. Yeah, it was quite an ordeal, but we managed to get it on. Now, if it just works all right without one mistake, I better go to church if it works out. So there we go with that. Okay, speaker. We cleaned it up on the back side here as much as we could without putting a lot of grief into it. Got it all dusted down and everything and rubbed a little bit here and there. And we put a new cone in it. And it was relatively easy. Easy peasy. Sleazy. So we got that all ready to go. I still yet to get the lamps on it and the dial string restrung. And let me see, what else was there? Oh yeah, I got the front bezel set up. I got it flattened out so it lays flat. I still gotta take care of these little screw holes somebody put in there to kind of, I guess, force it back rather than to reheat the thing and reset it. They just decided to put screws in it, so I gotta fill those up and fill it in and schmooze it out so that they're covered. And on the back, we went with JB right in the corners where the posts are. It was missing 2 posts. And there wasn't a great deal of post left on the one that was there. And they use those friction clips, you know, the kind that are really strange to use. Let me see if I had one of these speed, I guess you call them speed nuts or whatever. Well, they don't hold very good, especially with the one good post on it. So I JB'd everything up here and made a kind of a semi mold for the corners and filled it with JB weld. And then I still got to take and shave them down flush so that they just fit into the width of the cabinet. And then I'm going to take and put some kind of clips on the inside of the thing in the corners so I can through screw them into the JB and hold it on from the back like it's supposed to. So we've got this ready to go for when I get the cabinet done. I just started it today to get it re-glued, at least the top portion that I covered on the previous video. I think that's about the extent of what we got done since the last video. So anyway, this take this and turn it up. Yeah, get this over here. Oh, there's some. There we go. Okay, so we're getting there. It's going to take probably till the end of the week in order to get the rest of it completed. So we'll struggle with that. And thanks for watching. See you on the next video.